Hey guys, welcome. Just give me like 1 minute and we'll get started. Welcome everyone. We'll get started, guys. Thank you. How's everyone's day going? Almost end of the week, guys. Let's see if we can grab some pips today. We got Netflix earnings we'll be talking about in the after hours, and today we'll look at gold and Nasdaq. Okay. Okay, guys. So we're almost there. If you guys are trading, it's almost 11 o'clock. Just watch for that hourly switch up, guys. Okay.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.
Recording in progress.
Welcome, guys. Good morning. Thank you for joining. Welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Ron. My partner is Dave. It's 11 a.m. Eastern, guys. Thank you for joining. Today's date is April 18. A lot of exciting things happening in the markets. We've got Netflix earnings in the after hours we'll talk about today. Bitcoin halving is this weekend, approximately Saturday, April 20th. So big things going on in crypto if you guys are trading in that sector. And today what we're going to look at is we will look at the charts. We will do a top-down analysis. We'll look to scalp gold and Nasdaq. But before we get there, I just want to know, how is everyone doing today? Thanks for joining, everyone. Everyone in our Zoom, I appreciate all of you guys for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed London with Shahab. You guys had fun with Dave in New York. And now we're going to do post-New York for a couple hours. Okay, guys? So welcome, Dale. Good morning. Borex, welcome. Nice to see you, man. Thank you for joining. Joel, welcome. Mike, thank you for joining. Miguel, thank you, guys. Thuzmi, Val, thank you for joining. Marco, Val, who you got? Toronto or Boston Saturday night? Can the Leafs do it, or are they gonna get swept out of that series? Typical Leafs. Welcome, Efren. Thank you for joining, bro. I hope everything is good with you. Robert, thank you. Akon, Franco, welcome, brother. Philip, welcome. Sang, Sydney, all of you guys. Cam, Lango, guys, Martinos, Riccardi, guys. I can keep all day. We can just keep talking. And everyone on YouTube, thank you guys for joining. Carlos, can't forget you, big bro. Welcome, guys. And everyone on YouTube, thank you guys for joining. Tony Gold, I appreciate you always. Sarmad, FX Bank, Andy, thank you guys for joining. You guys are great. Thank you, guys. Always, guys, for appreciation and mutual respect, if you guys can get in and you guys can just hit the like button when you guys come in so you don't forget. I always remind you guys, it does help us out and we do appreciate it. So thank you, guys. And also remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications so that when we come on YouTube, we might come on different times, different hours. Sometimes it's Tokyo sessions, sometimes it's New York Wall Street, some days it's post New York, some days power hour. I might do a couple London sessions here and there. So just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, so I don't want to sit and talk all day. Let's get into what's going on in the markets. Again, right now, just gold kind of found a little bottom here at 2370 and starting to move up back to this resistance. So if you're in buys, if we approach 2385, 86 area, you can see we've been rejected on the 5 minutes quite a bit, but we're coming up with some more momentum, maybe more volume they picked up. So we'll see if gold can break this area. And also Nasdaq, nice little bottom right here, coming from early this morning and pushing right back up into this resistance. Okay, so we will do a full top-down analysis like we normally do, but let's get started off with Forex Factory, just in case maybe you weren't trading today and you didn't see any news or anything like that. We'll just go through today a quick little recap. So we had London has already happened. There was some European news. We had some Spanish 10-year bond auction, some German news. We're through that. Guys, as you know, every single Thursday morning, 8:30 a.m., you're always going to see this USD red folder unemployment claims. So this is weekly unemployment claims, week over week. So our previous numbers from last Thursday morning were 212,000. They were forecasting for a little bit of an increase in the unemployment by 3,000. The actual number came out. It was a little bit lower than their forecast, but exactly the same as last week's number. So not much a change in the unemployment claims since last week. And we had our Philly Fed Manufacturing Index also came out really positive. That's good. And then we had a couple members speak right before Wall Street Open. We had member Bowen and member Williams speak over here right before Wall Street. Then Wall Street, and then 10 a.m. we had our U.S. existing home sales. And now we also have our IMF meetings all week. This is day 4. And just continuing into our session. Right now, 11 a.m. USD, there's a member Bostic speaking right now. As I'm speaking, Bostic is speaking. So this might cause a little bit of volatility in the US dollar, and maybe you'll see a move. Maybe there won't be anything significant over here. It's not like when Powell is speaking. So make sure anytime you see FOMC member Powell is speaking, that's someone you need to make particular note of, and make sure you manage your risk when you're trading anytime Powell is speaking, whether it's an FOMC or if it's just a regular day and he's speaking. Okay, some of you guys know that by trading yourselves, and always whenever he's speaking. Okay, and then just going through the rest of the afternoon, we don't have too much, so we'll see how the markets move this afternoon, going into the power hour as well, and then we have some earnings that I'm going to talk about in just a second. Okay, and then if you're going to trade later session, Tokyo sessions, there's a little bit going on. Okay, so let's take a look at earnings. Okay, so I'm talking about Netflix, but that's after hours. Pre-market, we've already had some corporations report. Any big names this morning? We had semiconductor, TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor right here. So if you're following this sector, the semis, this can move the market. It's got to do with Netflix as well. Netflix is 50% is tech, so big names over here. We had Blackstone, Nokia. Any big names over here? I don't see any big names like the Magnificent Seven. Any big names? There's smaller companies over here, not really gonna push the markets. But in the after hours today, we do have one that we do need to pay attention to. This one right here. Most of you guys have heard of Netflix. If you haven't, man, I don't know where you're living, but if you haven't heard of Netflix or don't know what this is, we got a lot to learn, guys. But maybe my dad has never heard of Netflix. He's in his 80s. He doesn't watch too much TV, but for the younger generation, I'm sure you guys have heard of this company. So they have their earnings at 4 p.m. Eastern today. We have our estimates, $4.51 per share are the estimated earnings per share. We're looking for revenue at $9.25 billion. So that's pretty good, but we'll see what the actual numbers come out. And not also just the reported numbers, we want to see the growth, and then over here the guidance. Okay, so the forward guidance. Normally a lot of these big corporations, when they report, they have a conference call. So if some of you guys have never heard of a conference call, you can tune in and you can listen to the CEO and the CFO speaking about number one, that they'll talk about the previous quarter and their earnings right now, but more importantly, what investors and traders are looking for is their forward guidance going into the next quarter, into the next earnings. So that's what they're looking for. Are they projecting more subscriptions? Are they projecting more revenue? Are they projecting more earnings per share? Do they have anything that they're adding to Netflix in the near future that's a positive? Or if it's bearish, are there maybe subscriptions are dropping, and maybe revenues are dropping, maybe they're increasing prices, anything, but it's you should listen, whether you are a shareholder or not, or if you're trading, or if you're interested in this. We can trade options on Netflix as well. You can buy shares in the company as well, if that's something you choose to do. But listening to the conference call is pretty important. So if that's what you're into, tune into it. I always listen to the ones that I'm interested in. Apple, always. I'm always listening. Anytime Apple has earnings, I'm listening to their conference call as well, as I own Apple shares. So I want to know their guidance as a shareholder. Okay. And then after Netflix, that's at 4 p.m. So right at market close, right as soon as Wall Street closes, you're going to have Netflix release their earnings. Okay. So be careful. Trade careful. Again, you might be out of the markets and watching. You might be trading. There might be volatility here when they release these. So always proper risk management when you're trading. Then we have Intuitive Surgical at 405, PPG Industries, Western Alliance. So we've had quite a few banks report, and now it's more regionals now. Metro Bank over here, Provident Financial, Ocean Financial. So we've had the big boys already report, the big banks, last week and this week. So now these are the smaller regionals that are reporting in the after hours. Okay, so we do have that to look forward to. Netflix, 4 p.m. Eastern. Our Discord Signal channel, guys, doing really well. Some of you guys are really getting the hang of this, and you guys are doing really well with these. So I just want to briefly touch up on right here, Dow Jones. This was a signal that was sent out this morning and running really well. Okay, so let's just take a look here. Okay, so signal Dow buy, 8:51 a.m. Eastern, right after we had our unemployment claims and going into Wall Street, looking for a buy above 37,855, and the chart is provided. So we're looking, see how it built. Grab some liquidity here, almost at this area of structure right here. So nice rejections, big bullish candle come out of there. The impulse breakout, and then pull back, holding higher low support, and then again we start to come into this area, trade in here, get rejected, one more push down, nice bullish engulfing candles come out of here, creating that higher low. So you see the structure is creating, but we just got to kind of get above again this area that we're looking for, 37,855, and then if there is a pullback, we're looking to pull back into maybe a nice value gap, and then continuing to move up into fill into this structure to the left of us. So that's how the signals come out with charts provided. Take your time with these. Don't rush. Okay, now you start to see a volume-based candle breaking out for about 30 pips, and then there could be a possible pullback. But if it closes strong and you get an ignited bar still holding about 50% and ready to launch, it could start to drive. So this is the things that we like to teach in these live sessions when we're trading live together, is what we can see. We might see an ignited bar, we might see a pullback, we might see a fake out. So there's a lot of things that can transpire, and then you can start to see that it is holding a little bit of a pullback and continuing to drive for over 70 pips, and then let's just look at so far where we're at. So this was just updated about 30 minutes ago, and you see this candle was red, came right back into this fair value zone and got rejected, and then the volume still closed above in the blue box, pull back right there again, exact at pinpoint, and continuing to drive for over 200 pips. Okay, so that's how signals work, guys. With us at SST, we do indices, so you'll see Nasdaq, you'll see some Dow Jones, maybe an S&P, you might see DAX in London, commodities, so you're going to see obviously gold and oil in here. Just everything we do here, okay? And Forex majors and minors, okay? And then this is our free Telegram group, guys. This is available for everybody for free. It's pinned at the top of the YouTube channel. I pinned it up there. If everyone who is not subscribed to this, please join this. We got 8.7 thousand subscribers. We release everything that we're doing here at SST, and this is not a scam group. This is us, because there is maybe 10 scam Telegram groups out there saying that they're stock sniper trading, and they're not. So this is why I keep reminding you guys, this is the actual link on our YouTube channel. This is us. These are our members in our group and what we're doing in all of our Zoom classes, and our trade signals before and afters, giving little recaps. Guys, we're streaming our SST Kill Shot EA every night from starting at 2 a.m. Eastern, going till into New York, and it's showing you how our SST Kill Shot works with a $100,000 account and how it takes trades, and you're welcome to ask any questions and things like that, okay? And this is how it operates over here. So 600 profit on Nasdaq sells live on YouTube. This was I believe yesterday. And congratulations to members, guys. I'm super proud of all of you guys passing phase 1, phase 2, getting funded, getting your payouts, whether it's with a prop firm or it's your own capital. Congratulations to all of you guys that are continuing to become a better trader every single day, guys. That's the journey of trading, is being better than you were yesterday, okay? And it takes time. We all understand that. It might take you years. It might take you years to figure the game of trading out, but stay dedicated, guys. Stay disciplined. Don't get frustrated when you have a bad day in the markets or if something happens. Just control your risk, control your mindset, stay positive, and good things will come out of it. You have a good support group here at SST, and we're continuing to be by your side through your journey all along the road. Okay, guys. So this is our Telegram channel. That's our website, guys. If you want to sign up with us and join our academy, we'd love to have you on here. And our YouTube channel. And this is the MQL5, what I was just talking about, our expert advisor. You can download for a free demo if you like to test it out. If you want to go into monthly plans, it is over here available for rent. And again, we stream it live on YouTube, so you can watch it and see how it takes trades and ask questions and so on and so forth. Okay, guys. So let's get into this. Let's get into our charts. Thank you everyone for joining. Where's everyone from? Everyone, let me know where you're from. SST is from London, Ontario, Canada over here. The Forex capital of the world, London, Ontario, not London, England. Welcome, guys. No, I'm just joking. Okay, so London, Ontario, Canada is not the Forex capital of the world, but we'll tend to say it is. So welcome, guys. Okay, so we got Ireland, Sweden, Colombia, Tampa, Turkey, New Venice, Colombia. Welcome. A lot of Colombia. Wow, look at that. Greece. Tikanis. Welcome, Mike. Cam, Hong Kong. Thank you for joining, everybody, guys. And everyone on YouTube, appreciate all of you guys as well. So represent, guys. Ohio in the house, Jay. Thank you for joining, bro. Let's get into this, guys. So I'm going to get started with gold, okay? And then we'll move into Nasdaq. Number one over here, if you're new to SST over here, this is Bookmap. This is a live liquidity depth of market. These bubbles, these transactions that you're seeing. So this is our depth of market. This is the current offers in our futures book for gold. This is the current bids in the market. We are currently above this white line, which is the VWAP, volume weighted average price line. It's kind of like an institutional magnet where a lot of transactions like to consolidate, take place, but we like to see if we're above it or below it. Currently we're above it on gold, and I have it in the 15-minute time slices as well over here. 10:30, 10:45, 11. We're right when we started the call. Here's 11:15 coming right up right now as I'm speaking, and then we'll see 11:30 vertical lines coming up. This color you see behind me is a lot of heat. This is what's called a heat map. So what it's telling us is where most of the liquidity is. You can see how it's very sporadic right now. There's a lot of liquidity in the market. There's not just a real block that's sticking out. So you can see that it might range a little bit right now, gold, because we're approaching this key critical resistance area. So we'll see, maybe we'll consolidate, maybe we'll pick up some liquidity, maybe continue to move forward. But keep an eye on gold on Bookmap, guys. Well, I'm going to be doing top-down analysis over here on TradingView, and then when we're done that, then we'll flip to the Bookmap on NASDAQ, and then we'll do a top-down on NASDAQ. We'll put our charts side by side, and then we'll watch together. And if you guys have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. Okay, guys? And I apologize for yesterday. I missed yesterday, guys. I was supposed to be scheduled with you guys at 1 p.m. I got held up at my daughter's field trip. I was a volunteer at the local library, and they extended it, so they needed some extra help, so I stayed there. So thank you guys for understanding that. But I love volunteering with my daughter and doing these field trips and things like that. A lot of fun, especially with a lot of grade 2s. They're funny. Grade 2s are funny. I could spend all day with these guys. They're funny kids. I can be a kid again. But guys, okay, so on the daily, so if you guys want to follow with me, I'm on gold, XAU USD. I'm off of the 5 minutes now. Now this is what is called a top-down analysis. Okay, so what we're going to do is now we're going to look bird's eye view of how gold has been trading for the last month, the last week, the last few days, to try and get maybe a higher time frame direction, maybe a bias, and then we're going to start dissecting it and bringing it down to the hourly to see how gold was moving in London, to see how it moved this morning, and where we're at right now and where we could go. Okay, so let's take a look at the daily. So just some critical levels. Like, I don't need to do this because we're not going to come down here anytime soon, but this 2000, okay, number one, psychological numbers. I explain this day in and day out. Some of you guys are getting professionalized with these numbers, but 2000 right away, just the number 2000. Okay, and then now we look at this area of 2000, and you can see at one point over here it was a resistance right there. It turned into a local support area there, and again held right there, and again held right there. So now I can start to find a zone or a block in the market, and with the volume above, then I'm just simply going to make the color of the box green. So every time we tap into here, you can see it just faked out right there and closed above, continued to push up. We started to consolidate, but never really broke this green box. We never really broke 2000, that psychological level. It just kept picking up liquidity and then finally started to drive. This was our previous all-time high, 2150, and you can see it was a big rejection up there. So just looking at the wick, and then again a red box, and then looking into the future, you see how it held right over here where it kind of consolidated for multiple days. We never broke this block. This is the 2150 psychological block, held, and then we continued to drive out of here. So I'm going to extend this green box into the future. So you see we're trading right here. I've extended it for the next couple weeks, next couple months. I can go even further. I can go to the end of the year. I can take it to 2030. I can go to 2050. It doesn't matter. Let's all just understand we've located a zone and it's green, and stretch it across. So you don't have to keep doing a top-down analysis every single day. You can watch the lower time frames and on volume as it approaches these levels. So you see kind of we flagged and then continuing to break out bullish. So breaking those all-time highs. Why is gold continuing to break out bullish like this? Gold is a hedge number one against inflation. Guys, did you see the gas prices in London, Ontario, Canada? They went up 20 cents overnight, guys. Yesterday was $1.60 per liter. Okay, in Canada we go by liters. In US, you guys are gallons. We are $1.60 yesterday. Overnight at midnight, our fantastic government increase this bullshit carbon tax, and where Canada only pays for it, US doesn't pay for it, Mexico or anywhere else in the world doesn't pay for it, but us generous Canadians will pay for the entire world for this carbon tax. And now gas is $1.80 per liter, 20 cents increase overnight, and it might go to $2 a liter. That's for regular 87 regular gas. For some of us that have to put premium in our vehicles, it is $2.10, $2.20 Canadian per liter. Remember, a gallon has 4 liters, so put that together. That's almost $9 Canadian for 1 gallon of gas. So you now in America, what is your gallon? What do you guys pay? And then figure out the difference between the US and Canadian dollar exchange, and you'll see how we're getting gouged over here. Wow, Jupe, you pay €2.22 per liter in, wow, okay? Holy. Yeah, and Canada has a lot of petrol. We've got the oil sands in Alberta. I have no idea what they're doing here. Okay, don't ask me. Don't ask me. The smart people are in charge over here. 316 US gallon. Okay, so guys, we that's why trading crude oil. Is crude at a level where it's probably going to go up? Is it going to go down? Is it going to sell? What is the supply? What is the demand? All of those things. Okay, so use your local pumps as maybe a leading indicator as to what's going on in crude oil. But yeah, sorry to talk off tangent, guys. Let's just get back to gold. But that's just me talking about everything that's going on around the world, especially here at home in Canada. You can see right over here, guys, okay, I'm figuring out another level. Okay, right there, right away, I can see this bullish momentum kind of close above, a red candle, retrace back, go back up, red candle come in here. See all those wicks kind of got rejected out of this green zone. So let's stretch this green zone again into the future. Ibrahim, 80 cents in Oman. Oh my God. Can you send me some barrels? Ship some barrels over here, Ibrahim. Okay, so you guys see, this is a passive demand area, 2000. We're nowhere near that. This is a passive demand area, 2150 block. We're nowhere near that. This is more, it was activated, like we traded into it Wednesday, April 10, Thursday, April 11, last Friday, and start of the week we were moving bullish. So you can see gold, it could possibly retrace back into 2330, but it's holding as demand this week. So we're consolidating, we're barcoding now. Now let's start to, so overall, guys, overall monthly, like you can see over here, start of February, you can see it made a nice bullish move, higher high, pull back, higher low. Don't be selling unless we see some red volume close below here, and then we continue to drive right out of here, a new higher high, and then all-time high right up there. So what's our all-time high? 2430, new all-time high. So now I'm gonna make a flag at our new all-time high to predict in the future if we ever come back up here. So I'm going to start it at the top of the wick, 2430 all-time high, and then I'm going to carry it to the next psychological level, 2450. Okay, and then I'm going to draw my zone and bring it across, but it's not going to be green now. It's going to be red because the volume is below us. Okay, so real simple, guys. Nothing complicated. Are you guys following with me right now? Okay, we haven't done anything real intricate, but I'm just trying to figure zones out. So are we good on this, guys? I want to go at your pace. Okay, I don't want to go too fast, talk too fast, and you guys aren't understanding what he's doing. I want you guys to learn the ability to do this so that you guys can go fishing every single day and get your limit of perch every single day. You guys understand what I mean by this? Okay, so we can see an all-time high up here, the wick, and then I just took it to the next psychological level. I have no idea. It's called price discovery. It could go to 2,500, it could go 26, it could go 3,000. But again, I don't want to assume and speculate. I'm just going to go with the next psychological zone, just like we see how it played out below us. Okay, so maybe it will repeat itself. If we do drive up, maybe we'll trade, maybe make a new all-time high to 24.50 and then get a pullback. If it closes above 24.50, then we simply change the color to green. And then if it pulls back, we're going to assume that this will turn into maybe a local support or demand area, and it maybe drive to 2500 plus. Okay, but right now we're nowhere near that block. Okay, what are we trading at today? 2380. So we're nowhere near that, but what that is it's a passive area of supply in the market that could be pending, waiting to get activated, but we are nowhere near that. So now we're going to get more focused into the weekly. Okay, so monthly is overall is bullish. Okay, monthly on gold is overall bullish. Okay, if you tell me that monthly it's bearish, then we can have a debate and we can have a little chat, and you tell me your bias why you think it's bearish right now. I'll tell you my bias why I think monthly is bullish right now. But what we got to do now is we're not trading monthly candles, okay, unless you're investing in gold. We're now have to start to dissect and break this down. So next thing is we break it down to the weekly and the daily. I'm on the daily right now, but obviously 5 candles, 5 days is 1 week. So I can see how we're trading. I always like to start off on the Friday of the close of last week and maybe the Monday open of the new week. Okay, so now we're doing weekly, but I always tend to look at last Friday. So this was last Friday, April 12th. It made our all-time high push, and then it got rejected and we closed back bearish. And then they opened this week, Sunday night, Monday, right over here, and it was bearish. It came down red. Everyone said, oh man, maybe gold is going to sell off this week. But look, it just came into our green box, picked up those bids in there, big bids, okay, because this is a big weekly demand area, picked up that volume and came back up bullish and engulfed all of this area. Okay, and then we continue to push, but now our weekly high is at right at 2400. Look at it, 23.98 and 50 cents. Okay, so now I can start to see a little bit of how we're barcoding. Came up green, back down red, came back up bullish, ignited again today, coming right back up, but we're getting in this area where it's getting rejected. So this is an area where I can start to look for maybe another red box right here. So all I'm doing is real simple. I just made a red box from this body and that wick and yesterday's wick and today's wick. And what I'm going to do is stretch it across the rest of the week going into next week. So I can see now 2400 psychological area all the way down to where we are right around now, 2380. It's acting as an area of supply right now. It's coming in Tuesday and we got rejected back out. It came in again yesterday. It came in and then they rejected us back out. Today it came in this afternoon and then they rejected it so far. Okay, but we still have a really big bullish ignited daily candle that's full of volume that could continue to come up and try and break this area. And then if we do maybe close above here, just like if this was a 1 minute or 5 minute candle and we close today above there, we still have 5.5 hours to go. If it closes and we look for maybe a retest tomorrow, we flip this little zone red to green and we continue with bullish bias to see if we can continue to fill that all-time high wick and see if we come into this big red zone. But maybe today, this afternoon, they push it back down and we'll see how much green volume we close with. Okay, so now what I do is I look at yesterday's candle. Okay, so monthly, weekly, yesterday, how did it trade yesterday? We opened bullish, we came up lower high from right there from Tuesday, and then the sellers came in, sold red. We came down to right there, 23.54, and then found some buyers at the end of the day and we came right up here. So when I look at point of interest, critical areas, we closed and we opened exactly. Do we have a red, do we even have a wick on today's candle? No. So as soon as we opened on gold today, it was bullish right off the hop and just continued drive. That's what we call an ignited bullish candlestick. Okay, we didn't even have where it opens and then pulls back down into here. So strong daily candle. Let's all make note of that. Today's in gold is a strong ignited bullish daily candle with absolutely zero drawdown. Okay, you guys understand that? Before I continue moving forward, I need you to know that you guys understand that. Okay, I'll do NASDAQ the top down a little bit faster, but I want you guys to understand what we're doing here. I don't want anyone to be left behind. If today's your first day of trading or it's your 30th year of trading, I want everyone to be on the same page, okay? And if you got questions, don't be shy. Don't be shy. There's no silly questions, okay? So you see, I placed a purple line. Purple line is my high and low of today's date, but there's no wick. So obviously where we open, that's the low of the day. Look at it, guys, 2360 with 3 zeros, okay? I didn't make that number up. I didn't open the market up there, but you see how it opens up at it and holds at a nice psychological zone. You can't, like, look at it, 2360.000. I placed it exactly where we opened today, holding strong. It's holding that psychological level, okay? And then if I draw like a green box, okay, see the wick we had yesterday where it came red, 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 and we still closed with this good, strong volume holding, and then we got a higher low, higher low, higher low. So if I'm drawing now like a green box to find, like, really, really consolidate, see what I just did there? All I did was just make a green box at holding the majority of this volume. We still haven't tapped into this. And then you can see just yesterday's low right there and came back up, and then we started igniting. So again, the green box now, I'm going to stretch it across. So you can see now how we're consolidating on the daily inside here. If this was like a 5-minute setup, guys, do you know what I do on a 5-minute setup where I consolidate and I wait? If you're a daily trader on gold, you might want to consolidate this entire zone like this, and you got to be patient. You got to wait for your next big move. It might take a couple days in here to accumulate. It might be a bullish flag that continues to break out. Maybe it starts to exhaust this buying volume, and then we start to push down, and then we push down here. But now I see like my daily, if it goes bearish from here, just to fill down to the top of the green box, I measure if I'm looking to maybe short this position, maybe this week or next week. That's about 175 pips. And then I can continue to go down all the way maybe to the bottom of this range. You're looking at a big, big move, okay? So big pips in there, okay? But holding still strong. Let me just eliminate this consolidated area. And let's follow today's daily volume. Okay, let's just follow it. From open, we came up bullish, strong green buyers all the way right up to our high of the day, 23.93. Let's put a purple line at the top wick. Okay, very simple. So I've got my purple low of the day, my purple high of the day. Okay, big range. Okay, it's a $32 move, $33 move on gold. That's a big push. If you're scalping, there's some great scalps to be made in there. You can definitely hit your daily goal of 50 or 100 pips if that's your goal on a day like today. And what happened when we got up there? Now let's focus. We came up there, high of the day, it got rejected. It's lower than yesterday, and it's also lower than Tuesday. So you can see, and then it's also lower than our previous all-time high. So slowly, gold, they're trying to suppress it and exhaust it, but there's still a lot of bullish volume. Now what I do is I want to find a couple critical point of interest for my scalping. So this is what I also do here. This is just me personally. I'm not saying, I don't know where I learned this, but I learned it myself, and I just do it this way and I don't deviate from it, and it tends to be fairly accurate. So I look at the opening volume, and then I look exactly where we are right now, the body of the candle, now the entire body, the volume, and then I just judge where's half of it. Okay, right there, that's about half. Okay, and it lines up perfectly with these bodies too. So then that gives me a little bit more confidence to place a line right here, and I use a yellow line. So the yellow line now is my daily point of interest. So if we come down, if it comes down red, 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 I'm looking for a pivot at this yellow line, 2,372 or 73. I'm looking for the buyers to hold the majority of this volume below us that was opening very, very strong, ignited, and maybe it catches a wick here, and then maybe it continues with bullish momentum to come back up. Do you guys understand? So this is one line of POI, point of interest, on the daily to hold 50% of the current volume in today's candle. Okay, and then another point now for scalping, okay, because these are big zones. Remember, we're going to go down to the 5 minutes now. Let me just go to look for maybe another area of point of interest where I can place a yellow line. Where do you guys think I'm going to place it? Who knows the way how I trade? Who can read my mind right now? Anybody? No, Ron? I'm just going to have a sip of Gatorade. You guys let me know. Nor 50%. Real easy. Yeah, half. Okay, so the half of where we are right now to half of the yellow line. Where is it? That's halfway point, or like right around there. But look, now I look to the left for some data. The more touches I have, the better. And you see that wick? Perfect, right there. I line it up with Thursday, April 11's high, because that is a critical area in the market where it was very bullish, and the market said, we're rejecting it right there, and they pushed it down. And you can see now I'm developing my scalp zones, and it's approximately like half of the volume from right there to the yellow line. There's half. 23, 77, 78. Okay, so now I can see 78 and 72, $6 move. That's 60 pips. So if I'm scalping from this yellow line to the yellow line, I'm reading my tape, I'm reading my lines, that's 60 pips. And then if it wants to continue to drop, look at right there. Okay, before it comes all the way down into the green box, look right here. Half yellow to the top of the green box. There's a perfect wick right there, and you can see 23.65. That is my next scalp point of interest zone if we start coming down. Okay, so that's what those yellow lines represent. Also above us. Now, what about this? See, we're coming back up bullish. If we come up green, we might not hit the high of the day. It might be a lower high, come back down, but then I use this wick on Monday, the start of the week, as my next yellow line. So maybe we're going to continue to scalp up to here. Okay, so real simple, real easy. We're at 23.84 right now. If we continue driving with green volume, we might tap into that yellow line and it might get rejected, or this is something that we got to pay particular attention to right here. Maybe we close above the yellow line, and then maybe we're going to continue to push to the purple and maybe break out. So 23.87. Now, I don't want to just stay on daily candles. I want to now get into the lower time frames. So I look overall now, I just reanalyze. So we have bullish higher highs. That was the all-time high, pulled back, but we didn't really break this block, so a lot of buyers still held, and then we came up really nice engulfed candle, and then Tuesday we had some consolidation. We had a red day on Wednesday, but now a really good recovery mid-week, Wednesday, Thursday. So maybe are they going to close gold strong tomorrow, maybe continue driving, or we'll see how maybe it cools off. Okay, and gold is still driving in the depth of market here, still driving. Cumulative volume delta is negative 360 over here, but still pushing strong. We're still above the VWAP, and you can see how 2400 right here in the futures market, they're continuing to pull offers and continuing to drive. So now what I do is on the daily, my daily bias today is it's a bullish day on gold. Okay, yes, there is a few rejections, but still majority of the candle is 80% is strong volume below us. Okay, so we got to give the benefit of the doubt that our daily candle is bullish, our monthly is bullish, our weekly is bullish. Now we go into 1 hour. Okay, so now I'm in the 60-minute candles. So this is where now, if you're a 60-minute trader, you can look for zone fills anywhere at these levels. You can look for fills at these yellow lines. We're also going to go into the 5 minutes, but watching what's going on now is now the overall picture, that was our all-time high, and then it really got rejected, but we held in the green box, and then we continue to push up, but no new higher high up here. They pulled it back down, higher low, double bottom, and then bring it right back up. Again, this is a lower high from the all-time high, pushed it down. We came up again, higher low with more momentum, but then a double top and could not break above there. Then they really pushed it back down. We held down here again, continuing to drive up. Now let's go into these individual hourly candles. I tend to start like London, how here, 3 a.m. Thursday was green, then barcoding, 4 a.m. back down. We got 4, 5, and then we start to move into COMEX, 8 o'clock, 8:20, and then some news, and then we got Wall Street. So Wall Street, it opened bullish, made our high of the day. Okay, but you can see the high of the day is still lower. We've got big wicks right up here and still some selling pressure. Then it came all the way back down and then back up. And then the next hour, 10 a.m. it was red bearish. We came down red, 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 and then they stopped it right here, and it came right back up, but could not create any new higher highs. Then we got rejected, and then it closed as basically a spin top candle, some indecision, but we still closed with a little bit of buying volume. And then now the start of this candle was bullish. Okay, we opened, small pullback, but we're still holding. So now when I look for an hourly, maybe an hourly support area, what I use is the last few hours. You can see how the volume is still holding above that yellow line and the base of those bodies of those candles. So that's my next green box, but this is more hourly. Okay, the bigger one is down here. We're nowhere near that, but this area we traded into it back up. This was red, 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 impulse breakdown, but remember, wait for the candle to close. It came back up and closed right here. Next candle again was hourly, 60 minutes was really bearish, came all the way down, but I don't see any red volume close down here. I see it come down there, but then it came right back up, and then look at where it closed, right at our green box. And then the next hour opened. Do I see any red volume? So if I see an hourly candle close below here, I'll flip this box red, and then maybe that's, if it gets rejected, then that's where I'm looking for my short position to take it from here down to this yellow line. If it can continue to close below there, maybe retest this, maybe we're going to drop, break that previous low at 10, and then drop down to this yellow line. Okay, so I just take it zone to zone. And then I look at how we came up bullish. So we came back up here, and you see we got rejected. We're getting rejected at the base of this candle at 9 a.m. That's Wall Street. Okay, so I like to also draw a white line for hourly. So I know I'm using a lot of colors here, but it's just purple, yellow, and white. The purple is the high and low of the day. The yellow lines are daily point of interest, and then our hourly. So you can see the hourly getting up to 23.85. It's getting rejected. This big red candle is still holding. Now we have like an inverted hammer candle. It came up green right up here, and then they pushed it right back down. We've got 16 minutes to go into the close. Now what happens if the sellers flip this candle and it's a shooting star candle ready to break down here? What if we want to see how it will close, with what volume it will close? So let's keep an eye on this hourly candle. We still have 16 more minutes, but you see how we're just ranging in between here. So if you're trading, there's a lot of range, but no real direction yet. The hourly is still consolidating. Okay, so we have to be patient today. Okay, so let's check on the 5 minutes now. 5 minutes are more for scalping. Okay, so you can get some quick moves in and out. Maybe you can try and hold for a little bit, but you see how I use this level now as a level where I look for red volume to close. There it was. I assume that the next candle will come up green, which it did, green, but I would have flipped this green box red, see it get rejected, and maybe I would have looked for a sell right here, taken it down again to the yellow line. Yes, it did have an impulse breakdown, but I kind of play my lines. I trade like a robot, guys. I've explained that to you guys. I'm robotic Ronnie. I tend to just trade exactly to these zones. And then if I was in a sell, there's no woulda, shoulda, couldas. If you sold down to there, that's why I get my measuring tool, guys. I'm building a gym in my garage right now. So I was just putting down the mats. So I had to measure them and then cut them. So I use a tape measure, and I measure just like when I'm trading as well. I like to measure exactly, so I know from there to there it's 55 pips. Then this teaches me discipline. It teaches me, maybe when it comes down there, I need to do something. I have rules that I go by when it comes down here. Rule number 1 is you can close the entire trade. If you're happy with 55 pips and you're happy with that, close the entire trade. Another rule is make sure you go down to maybe a break even to control your trade capital and go to a break even. You can take out a majority of your trade. Maybe take out 50%, 60, 70, 80%, leave the rest running in case it continues to run down. But you see here, it broke down, it came right back up, closed at that point of interest, and the next candle red, but then closed, engulfed, and then kind of bought right back up. So then kind of reversed right there. So it was kind of like a V bottom recovery. Okay, so we continue to push, close above this zone. We could have take some buys right back up to this zone. You see now green, red, green, and then they're bringing it right back down. So this candle is going to close in 4 minutes. It's 11:45 right now. Where will it close? Will it close below our green box? Will it get a wick and come right back up? Because maybe if it holds, maybe we can buy right back up to here. Okay, so let's let this thing, and look at it. It looks like an inverted head and shoulder, maybe, where you see this is the left shoulder, the V recovery is the inverted head, and then you see inside here. So if we can kind of maybe pick up some volume here and then come right back up and either close above that white line, retest this, yeah, then gold might try for that high of the day one more time. And then if it breaks out, we're looking for 2398, 2400. But it could also now just kind of maybe consolidate inside this zone right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of this big red box so it doesn't confuse you. And then you see here, the white to the yellow, guess what I'm going to do in there? I'm going to make a red box. I'm going to go back here. I see how it was trading in there. To me, that looks like just a big, this was the 920, 925, and you see Wall Street, they just faked the high of the day, and then they dropped it. Okay, so I'm going to draw now this zone right back across and make it red. Okay, so I will only entertain buys if we close above here and can retest this and hold this. Then maybe we'll try for the high of the day. Maybe I'll buy if it comes out of here, this green box, and still holds. Maybe I get some closing volume around 2381. But maybe it might just come up and then flag down in here. But also if I get red volume close below here, maybe I'll look for a sell, or I'm also looking for maybe a fake out. Okay, so I'm not always just 100% looking for a sell volume close. I look for a liquidity grab. Maybe it closes red below, but then I assume the next candle is green and it comes right back up and closes above there. Then I know it's a fake out of the low. They swept the liquidity, and maybe I could look to grab that buy. Okay, so you don't need to add indicators on your chart. I know some of you guys add RSI. I know some of you guys use MACD, stochastics. You can use EMAs. You can use Bollinger Bands. You can use whatever you guys want. VWAP. This is price action. This is straight price action. But if you want to complement your chart with a technical indicator, I use the 9 EMA. So we're currently, the volume is below the 9 EMA. Maybe we got to see volume again close above the 9 EMA to maybe push back up. But you see how it came down red right into our green box. That was a big red candle. It came red, 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 red. And then you see the rejection. It came in there and the buyers kind of bought it right back up. You can see right here, we tapped right into the VWAP, kind of broke. See that seller right there? Kind of was looking to transact down there, but the buyer said, no, we want to ask to trade back above the VWAP. So that's what gathered that big wick and came right back up. It's a bullish pin bar, maybe turning into a hammer candle with 1 minute left. So this is, if you guys, I want to just go over this. If you're trading zone to zone, if you were in a sell and it came all the way down red and you got your continuation, again, you got to make a decision at this zone. You can close your sell, grab your 30, 40, 50 pips. You can close out 80%. You can try and use a trailing stop loss. You can go to break even, but you have to have rules, guys. I see a lot of you guys are trading with absolutely no rules. You're just guessing every single trade. Today I'm going to guess to hold. Tomorrow I'm going to try and do this. Tomorrow I'm going to try this. If you're all over the place, you're going to confuse yourself. I'm telling you from experience, the best way to trade is trade disciplined. Always know what to expect and be happy with the decision. I've never seen a lot of traders get disappointed by making money in the markets. If you get disappointed if you're making money in the markets, you need to review your psychology. Do I get disappointed if I cash out and I miss a bigger move? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm still thankful that I made some pips out of the market. Okay, so I always look at the positives. I used to dwell on negatives, and then that really destroyed my mindset, and that really just continued to destroy me as a trader for years and years. Until that's what we have to do as traders. We gotta conquer our psychology and our emotions in order to be a disciplined, consistent, profitable trader. Day in and day out. You got to do this as if it's routine. You got to do this as if it's your business, not a casino. I don't guess every single day when I'm trading. I'm not guessing. I estimate where it could go, guesstimate, and then when it reaches that destination, I have to do something. It's part of my trading plan all day, every day. Okay, so now we have 5-minute structure. Okay, so we just, now there's structure within structure. So I can see over here, you see the 5-minute bodies, how they used to be, like right here, I'll use a box. Like right over here, when it came down red, 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 it kind of stopped right there. There's your tweezer bottom lows, and then your bullish formation come out of here. 1, 2, 3 green candles. So if I just extend this zone right there, you see how impulse broke out how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see any green volume close above here, and then boom, they shot it down. And then if I continue to extend that same zone, momentarily we were above it but could not break the bigger area. And if I continue with this red zone across, now you can see I get little smaller scalp zones. So if I'm looking for a buy above here, maybe it fills up to the top of the bodies. Number one, that's the number one destination where it wants to go, is to the top of the bodies. If it has momentum, yeah, it could fill the wicks, but I don't always anticipate that it's 100% going to break the wicks and go for a new high. I just measure if I'm taking a trade on impulse or if I'm waiting for a body to close. I measure from the red box, top of the red, right up to the bodies of those candles. And you see it's 15 pips. 15, not 50, not 5015, 15. Okay, so I have to know if I'm scalping that, it could just come up green, 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 fill up to 15 pips, get a wick, and come back down. Okay, so I need to know that I need to, if I'm scalping, I got to make a move. I got to either close the entire trade at 15 pips, get my money, get out, or go to a break even while I'm up 15 pips, or secure maybe 50%, 60, 70, 80%, go and then go to a break even, or I'm going to continue to hold, see how the volume is moving in it. Maybe we will fill the top of that wick, that's 20 pips, and then the top of the range is 25 pips. That's it. We have to break through this big red resistance to get 30, 40, 50 pips. Okay, so these are just smaller scalp zones. Okay, and then again, it came down. If we come back down red and close below here, maybe we will push down. But you see how we're kind of trading right at this critical zone? So this is where I allow the market to maybe consolidate, figure out its move, and I just wait. Okay, so let's continue to wait for gold. Let's put a 200 EMA on gold, and 200 EMA is right here. Exactly where it came down. Red, 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 came into our green box. Right at the 200 EMA, got the rejection and coming right back up. Okay. Also RSI, if you want to take a glance at it, RSI, it's right around this 50 area. I always pay, like, look, if you mark this 50 area, like right there, and then follow how the price action is trading. Right there, it came up like resistance. Now it's using the 50 as a little bit of support. So I kind of draw this box. I keep it neutral around the 50 area if I'm using RSI. And I like to see if the strength will continue to stay above here and maybe push and get stronger, then we might be able to break this resistance and drive to the high of the day. If they reject it and the strength gets weak below this box, then maybe we will start to sell down and get weaker. And then maybe I look for some sells. Okay, so that's with the RSI indicator. I'll give you guys the chart and zoom in 1 second. I will do NASDAQ much faster than this, but I wanted to take my time so you guys know. You'll see I'll do NASDAQ a little bit faster. I'll do the same strategy, same style, but faster. Okay, so let me just give you guys the link and zoom if you guys want it. I always ask you guys your bias. So let me just post it. What are you guys with gold right now? Okay, are you on the lower time frames? Like let's pick the bigger zones. Okay, this zone is red. This zone is green. If you're bullish on gold, do you think we're going to get above this red box and go to the high of the day today, this afternoon? Or if you're bearish, do you think we're going to break this green box and maybe drive back down here? What are you guys thinking? Okay, so that's bullish and bearish direction. What happens if you guys just think maybe we're this afternoon, we might just trade sideways inside here? Then sideways, perfect. Robert, you're saying sideways, consolidation. Yeah, we could see maybe just a sideways afternoon. But again, if I'm scalping from here to here, I get my measuring tool. If I go look for a sell maybe below here, come down there, 25 pips. Maybe 30, 35 at the bottom of that wick, and then that daily point of interest is 40. If I look for buys, maybe like right now how it's looking, maybe it drives 25, 30, 40 pips. So those are my ranges, guys. That's it. So I'm not looking for 150 pip breakout. Like, yeah, I would love that. If I was in a buy and I get 150 pip breakout, we would all love it. But majority of the time, you see this was a green candle that came up, back down. Green candle came up, back down. So if you were in buys there and you kind of didn't do anything, yeah, then the market really rotated down, probably hit your stop loss down there. But coming right back up, started to close above there. That's why sometimes in a sideways market, I like to pip and dip. If it was trending, obviously I like to stay with the buys, maybe buy the pullbacks, trying to hold the trade longer and longer and longer to get the bigger move. But when it's trading sideways, you have to have a sideways plan. You got to have a trending bullish plan. You got to have a trending bearish day plan. You have to have a plan for everything. Okay, have a playbook. If you need to write these things down, or I've just got my playbook in my head because I've been trading for quite some time and I've seen probably every single play develop, and I just react according to the zones. And yes, sometimes I do get out early, but again, I stay with the positives. I don't dwell on the negatives or the woulda, shoulda, couldas. The only thing that keeps me going is if I take out, like right there, let's say 25, 30 pips, I cash out and then it continues to drive. That doesn't mean I can't continue to trade. It doesn't mean I can't continue to be disciplined and patient and maybe wait for a pullback and buy the pullback. You can always look for another trade. That's what scalping is. You're in the market, you're active, you're looking, but while you're getting some trades, you got to have a plan, okay? Because remember, scalping mindset is different from swing trading and intraday trading. Some of you guys might be looking to turn a scalp into a long hold. That's difficult. Okay, it's not easy to do that, but some days you can if the volume cooperates and it's trending. Okay, so right now it's kind of sideways. Okay, so let's now move over to Nasdaq. Are you guys okay with the gold chart? Do you guys understand that analysis? Because we're almost at 12 p.m. Let's just wait right now. Sorry, before we do Nasdaq, because it's at a critical time. It's 11:58. Let's just wait for 2.5 minutes. Let's see how they're going to close and how they'll open our new hourly switch up. Then I'll do Nasdaq for everybody, and then we'll put them side by side. Good question, Bob. If I wasn't trading with you guys and helping you guys, would you leave your drawings? Yeah, that's what I tell you guys all the time. I do a top-down analysis like how we did, and I would leave this chart with these lines throughout Tokyo, going into London, tomorrow into New York. I would keep it the entire week. I would only update my chart accordingly. If we're getting away from a zone, I clean it up. I tidy it up a little bit. But these are zones that are static. We've established them from looking at the past. So I could keep these. The only reason every single time I trade with you guys, obviously we start fresh. We remove them. We go through a new top down every single day. But yeah, guys, if you want to do a top down, normally what I suggest is start off Sunday, do a full top down on your securities for the week and just follow these zones. You would be so surprised to watch how the volume trades in between these zones on a daily basis. You don't need to continue to remove these and do a new one every single day. If you're trading by yourself and it's only you and your charts, keep it like that. That's the way how I keep it if I'm not trading with you guys. But good question. Great question, Bob. Okay, so this is going to be the close in another minute and 10 seconds. So we're still holding above the VWAP. It came down there, but it came down, tapped, and went right back up. So you can see the exact candle, time and date right here, where it came right down into there, and then came right back up, and we're driving right back. But we're driving into the resistance. See how it filled right up to the top of the body, what I was just talking about earlier? That was that exact measured move. Okay, this is where I can say we just did that. If you didn't hear me, rewind the video. From the top there, right up to the top of the body. See right there? 14, 15 pips. Measure it right there. How big did that body just drive? Right up to the top of that body, 15 pips. We just said this 5 minutes ago. So if you're in this trade or you kind of took the impulse and you're in that trade, it came exactly where it wanted to go right there, but it still has 20 seconds. Now what you got to do is watch how it will close. Will it close near the high? Will it get rejected, come down? But when it closes, I see the green volume already above, so I got to go through the motions. Red box, turn it green. This might turn into support going forward in 12 o'clock. Okay, so you see how I just flipped the red to green. It was an ignited 5-minute candle. Look, ignited candle right away, 12 o'clock. Ignited, they filled the wick, could pop. With this momentum, we're looking to drive up and break this wick with the new hourly momentum. Think about it. A new hourly candle that just opened, ignited with a short wick, popped, but it should be able to break for a new high with this hourly momentum. Break up here, okay, 2400. See it in the futures book. I'm going to draw a yellow line right up here. Okay, that's what we expect to happen, but the market might say it's not going to happen otherwise. What they'll do is they'll just keep putting in offers and absorb that move. But you can see it's still holding bullish ignited. Okay, so make note of that. This was a strong opening of a 5-minute candle and a strong opening of the hourly right away. Okay, at 12. Now, will it continue to hold? Every time it pulls back, will it pick up some depth of market and continue to fill the body and drive? So we got rejected. It did not make that new higher high. So if it pulls back, we're still looking to hold the ignited body. See where my cursor is? Still looking to hold it. So every time it comes down and it's still ignited, it looks like a rocket ship. Like when it's refueling. See how it came down again and just went back up? It came down, and if it holds, it's going to go back up. So it's kind of refueling itself without breaking the initial open. Okay, this is what I watch for every single minute in the markets. I love trading 1-minute candles. Okay, this is a little slower for me on a 5. Okay, you see how it's still holding? Has the ignited open broke yet? Ask yourself. Let's walk through this candle together. Has it broke yet? It hasn't. So now it's an inverted hammer. But you see how much resistance is up there? How many times did anybody count how many times it came up there and got rejected? I've counted in my head 6 times. I count these things. So it tried 6 attempts with all of that bullish volume to break and set, and now look, now it's it's still holding the ignited open there. That's it. So that validated the opening of this bullish momentum right there. Okay, so now we got the high. It's a lower high with what 6, 7 attempts after it filled with volume and got rejected. So you can see how much strong resistance is there. See, they were trying, but you see now. This is those hourly switch ups, like momentum can switch up. Okay, now it's a shooting star candle coming down. It's all the sellers held their ground. Okay, if this was a football game, the red team broke the green team down. They were strong, but now where did we just trade into? Now look at the previous bar in front of you. This big green bar was ignited, and where's half of it? Half is right here. And it's lined up perfectly with that wick. When I trade, guys, when I scalp, I use red lines. Okay, I always look at the candle before 50% rule. It was ignited, came up close right there. Half of it's kind of right here, lined it up with that wick. So maybe it's going to continue to maybe hold or consolidate in here. If it comes down, it might be the second top. This was one top, this formation, come back up. This could be creating the second top. So with the second top, I'm looking for that push up. There's our neckline below the green box. Coming back up, second top. I'm looking for it to come down red, maybe close below here, pull back, and then I look for that sell. Okay, but you see, every time we come down, we're trading right back into that previous green candle. We didn't hold our ignited open, but it's still got a higher low. So maybe this candle, we can't trade in here. You see how it's barcoding still? If I was to consolidate this entire area of these bodies, this is a pretty shitty area to be trading anyways. Look at it. Like, look at just look. You got green, red, coming back up green, going back down red. Too much indecision, sideways market right now. Okay, but now you see how it's coming down hard. Let's see 45 seconds to go into the close. Where will it close? How will it close? Will it come back up? Okay, so you see how it's still holding this area. Now, if you don't want to trade in this zone, then just trap this entire area. You see, every time these wicks, the candles came in there, they were all rejected in there. We're coming in here with some volume, and again, maybe not the greatest. So let's just trap this area. Sorry, guys, I'm spending so much time on gold. Do you want me to stay with gold a little bit longer, or do you guys mind if I go to NASDAQ and can you guys watch this yourselves? But maybe I'll be looking for maybe a possible sell down below here. But if it continues to hold, maybe there could be a breakout buy above there. Okay, again, look at the close. We opened ignited green, ignited. So let's make note again, okay? Let's stay with this body. Ignited. Let's bring our red line up, right up to now structure. See there? Okay, so we opened green, It didn't break, higher low, open, ignited green, but okay, now let's watch how many attempts it tries to break the previous high. We came up and it got rejected, back down. Still, we're holding ignited. Let's see if it continues to fill and fill and fill. And then if you're still in buys, this is how maybe you can hold your trade longer and maybe try to the best of your ability to maximize the move. If maybe you bought this wick down here and you're still holding this buy, nothing has really broke structure yet. Okay, so we opened again, ignited, drove up, but there's a ton of wicks up here. Look at all the wicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 10th wick up here. Okay, so we can see maybe if I'm looking for now lower structure, right here. See, there's the shooting star. See, if I lower now, like a red box, I know there's a lot of boxes, guys, but you got to respect the sellers, what they're doing. Okay, there's the actual now double top coming down. Okay, now this could break and be an impulse break to come down to right here, to the next area of structure on the 5 minutes, right here. See the bodies, the previous bodies and the wick. There was a body and a body and a wick. I'll tell you the exact level, 2381.30. Okay, so it came back down into the green box and it came back up and coming back down with red volume. This is that consolidated area. But now you can see that there's no volume consolidating above here. Okay, they're all just rejections. Okay, so you see how I'm making it tighter and tighter. Okay, we can wait for this. We can watch. Okay. Sometimes securities trade like this, depending on the time of day you're trading. Is it mid-afternoon? Is it like Tokyo session? Is there any news in the market? Maybe this is just how the market wants to trade right now. Now let's again look at the hourly. How did the previous hourly candle close? Okay, remember the new hour. The previous hour is very strong. And in the new hour, okay, they kind of, remember when it just opened right away, they kind of faked out the buyers. Now we're coming back down red. But we still have a lot of hourly 50% bullish volume. That's that green box right there. Okay, so I'm looking for volume to close below here. Then maybe this hourly candle will continue to drop down. But I like to watch on the 5s. So this is our 5-minute structure. Maybe I got to wait for this candle to close in the next 2 minutes to show me. Will it close below here? Will it come back up? Will it be up green? Come back up one more attempt? Is anybody in any gold buys currently or any gold sells? Is anyone in a live trade right now? I'm on the sidelines. I'm waiting. I'm looking at spreads. Okay. I have less than a 1 pip spread, 0.8 right now. Mike, you're waiting. Robert, not in a trade. Anybody in a gold buy, Aneta? Okay. Val, you're waiting. Sarav, you're buying. Okay. Just careful. Okay. Look at what you're buying against. Okay. So it's coming up very bearish. Let's see where it will close now. A minute and 20 to go. Will it close below this green box? And then if it does, this is why I always say assume the next candle will be green. Why? Because we're continuing with this uptrend. So if it closes down here, I assume the next candle will come up with the depth of market and come right back up to pull back. But then I look at the previous red candles. I try and look at 50% for the pullback, maybe the drop, and continue selling with it. But if I assume that it will come up green, I give the benefit of the doubt to the buyers. And then maybe if it wants to break above here, then we have that higher high breakout. But structure is still holding. Green box is still holding in here. This is that consolidation. It could trade sideways in here. It could get tighter and tighter in the depth of market. And for you guys that are saying, well, Ron, why are you not in a trade, this, that? I want you guys to understand that not every single time you get into the market, you're going to just, boom, assume that you need to take a trade. You might have to wait a little bit. Wait, let the trade come to you. If it needs to continue to consolidate, then let the market consolidate. Because this is a lot of times where you get faked out. And then also your risk. How much are you willing to risk in a trade if it's trading like this? The market is not like trending really nice right now. This is where maybe if you take a trade in this type of situation, maybe this is where you lower your risk. You're speculating. It could go down bearish. It could go bullish. See, okay, so we came down, came back up, so the wick, and then right back up green. Okay, so if you were selling, You see what the market will do to you? It comes right back up green. And look at that rejection. Okay, now look. See how it flicked, came down, refueled? Okay, so now we could be maybe still getting bullish momentum to, if it has that momentum break, it'll clear these wicks and then start to come up here and then form a new higher high. Then we look for closure where we can flip this. So no selling. Nothing happened below here. Okay, so it's still holding the green box. Yes, it did pull back right into the green box, but you see it's making a higher low. And the buyers are asking to trade back up near 2400, near the high up here, to possibly continue to break it out. Okay, now let's see. Will they fake out again? Will there be another wick fake out? Okay, so you see how things can just change direction in a really consolidated environment? Do you guys have any questions about, or you guys understand what's going on? Are you guys okay? Do you guys ask me, guys? Like, I love when you guys pick my brain, you know, and then I'll give you my honest opinion. I try to do it live on every single candle. But if you guys have any questions, like if anything is confusing to you, let me know. Maybe we gotta wait to see something. Maybe we gotta wait to see like a fake out. Maybe we gotta wait to see something like, what about this? Like, what about if they big green candle, they come into the red box, then it gets a sharp rejection, and we do the, and then the market dumps. Okay, maybe we gotta see something. Let the market dictate the direction. Okay, you know, it's like let them do their move, and you and I will react to it. Okay, we don't need to react. Let the market maker make the direction, and then you and I can react with proper risk management. Don't over leverage. Okay, so most of you guys, please stop over leveraging. Okay, if you're trading with 500 to 1 leverage and you're going all in on your trades, you're probably going to get liquidated. Okay, you don't need me to tell you this. Okay, you're not bigger than a broker, you're not bigger than a bank, and you're not bigger than a market maker. So let's all get humbled right now and understand that. Okay, if you're trying to trade with 10 lots and 5 lots and you have no idea what you're doing and you panic when you're in 5 pips of drawdown, you're probably over leveraged. Okay, so let's all reduce our leverage down and start trading properly. Okay, if you want to go at this for a long time, listen to what I'm saying, guys, because I'm getting sick and tired of everyone over leveraging and then messaging us that they've blown up their accounts and how to help them. I'll be honest, guys, I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything. I'm just trying to be straightforward with you guys. If you message us after you've blown your account, first thing I ask you is, what was your leverage? What were you trading and what were you doing? And right away, when you're risking that much in a trade, what do you want me to tell you? You want me to lie to you? You want me to tell you you're doing a fantastic job, continue trading like that, and you're going to get lucky one of these days? No, I'm honest with you guys. Sorry. Don't take offense to it, but I'm trying to help you guys. We're all trying to help you. But if you don't understand that concept, it's going to take you a while to learn. I don't know how many accounts you need to blow, how much money you need to lose, but you will learn, guys. Believe me. There's only so much losses you can take in trading. I don't care if it's a prop firm or if it's your real capital. Your real capital obviously hurts more than just losing a prop firm, but that's why sometimes the prop firm psychology has ruined a lot of traders in the last couple of years, is because it's easy to just buy a prop firm for a couple $100, try and pass it in a day, and if you blow it up, okay, you lose $100, $200, whatever it costs. But when you deposit 5 or 10 grand of your entire money, like your real money, your paycheck money, into the markets, and you blow that, it hurts. It stings a little more. So don't buy these prop firms if you're not ready to trade with proper risk management. Because I'm telling you, you're probably going to lose 5 in a row. You're probably going to lose 10 in a row, and that money adds up. 100, 200 per prop firm, 5. If you lose 5, there's $1,000. Stop pissing your money down the drain. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Trade smart, whether it's prop firm or not. Okay, so this candle, did it break a high yet? Not yet. Okay, so where will it close? If it closes above the red box, we got a closure. Okay, we got a closure. Quickly, we got to do this. Quickly flip red to green. Now, how big was this big green candle? So we got the closure above. There's confirmation. If it comes down, where's about half of it? Half of the volume is right there. So let's see if we can continue to hold this uptrend, okay? But let's see maybe a red bearish candle coming down, and that could be a fake out. See where the buyers are trapped? Right there. See the big green bubble? Again, they got trapped up there. They got trapped right there. Okay, so we got a lot of buyers getting trapped up here. Let's make note of that. Okay, do you guys make note of these things, or like I do? I physically make notes where in my head, guys. Okay, I used to write stuff down on paper, but sometimes as a scalper on 1 in 5 minutes, I don't have time to write notes down. I have to make mental notes in my head of where the trapped buyers are, where the trapped sellers are, and you see, okay, so those guys FOMO bought, and right away the market says, boom, it comes down red. Maybe this is going to be our clue that they're trapping more buyers, and maybe they're going to close it red down here for that nice elevator coming down flush. Okay, but let's not always just assume that. Let's let the market come to us. Okay, so remember what I said? Maybe the market will give us clues. There's another clue. Okay, that's not showing a lot of strength up there. It should have closed. When it closed strong, why didn't it pick up a wick right at the green box and start driving out of there? Okay, so make note of that, guys. Okay, you can see where they're getting rejected, and they're getting rejected at nice psychological number, 2400. There's a big block in the market right there. It's that psychological. It's easy to transact at 2400 right here. Okay, and then now you see a big bearish candle coming down. Maybe this will close below here. Then next candle will come up green again. Maybe a lower high, get rejected, and then start to drop. Okay. You guys, okay, I'm going to ask you again, guys, because it's 12:17. Do you guys want to stay with this gold, or do you want me to go quickly, do a NASDAQ, and then we go side by side? It's up to you guys, okay? I can stay on this. I can go off of this. I can multitask as much as you guys want. But look now, okay? So make note of this too. It came down red, 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 red. It was a big bearish engulfing candle. It couldn't engulf the body yet. Picked up a higher low and coming right back up. Okay, so again, we're going to transact back in this block. Will this thing flip now? Will it flip bullish? Will it close back above here? So if you sold, yeah, it was a nice quick candle to sell down on, but you see it's still in this range. The market, like it came down 20 pips. Okay, I guarantee you maybe some of you guys didn't just pip and dip out of there. You're probably still holding your sell, or I'm on the sidelines. Like I'm being dead honest with you guys. I'm waiting. I don't like this price action. I know it sucks. Everyone's, Ron, why haven't you taken a trade yet? Ron, why didn't you take that candle? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? I don't know. Maybe because I don't like this price action. Straight up. What are we seeing here? This would be frustrating as shit trading this. If I was selling, I'd probably get frustrated. If I was buying, I'd probably get frustrated right now. But while I'm not in the trade, why frustrate myself? Let the market figure out where it needs to go. Yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes the best setup is not taking a trade. Guys, can we hit the like button? 250 viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys can hit the like button. If you guys like this type of analysis, we are in a live environment. I trade live with you guys. Dave trades live with you guys. Shahab trades live with you guys. PK and the team trades live with you guys. We do this day in and day out for over 5 years now. I would have loved if there was a live trader back when I started to learn how to trade. We never had that. I can't even think of one live trader. I don't even think YouTube existed when I started trading. Okay, so I never had that. I was always, if I had followed someone, it was just weekly setup and then review where it moved the next day. I had no one walking me through the market and kind of explaining their psychology of what they're looking at. So we do this with you guys and we take trades with you guys. If you guys do appreciate this type of content, hit the like button, guys. It doesn't cost you anything to hit the like button. What we do like to see is, do you guys like this stuff, or should we just go to swing trading or like other things? Okay, so what happened now? Now the close of the candle, that's it. The candle closed, 300 seconds, 5 minutes. Now we get more, like it tells us more. Now let's look, let's just walk through that last candle. It opened Okay, small pullback, came up. Sorry, it opened right here and they flushed it down. It came down red, 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 and then went. Remember that wick that came right back up? That could have sucked some buyers in, and then they came back down, almost closed that big green candle. It didn't engulf it technically, so there is still maybe some demand still at the bottom of this green box. See how it's coming up green again, maybe. But now what I like to do is, okay, the green box no longer green. The red candle clarified that this should be a red zone. The volume closed below. So now we're coming right back up in this consolidated shitty area. So it's coming right back up green. Are we going to come back, test the red box? Will it be a lower high? Will they start to push it back down? Okay, so again, the volume is just concentrated in this really tight area. Not the greatest to be trading. Ephraim, I agree with you. Nothing like scalping the market. I honestly, guys, how many of you guys win or losing? Do you guys like honestly love trading? Like I'm going to do this the rest of my life. Until I'm 100 years old, I will be scalping the market. Everyone asks me, Ron, when are you going to retire? I'm never going to retire. I'm a student to the game of trading. I love like right now, gold is at all-time highs. You know, I used to trade back in the day during all kinds of crisis and things like that. I'm fascinated by trading. It's constantly learning. I don't think I'm ever going to retire from trading. Like, I love this. I just love watching what the market is doing. I used to read the papers back in the day. I used to trade off of reading the newspaper. I posted that in the Instagram yesterday at the library, guys. That's where I was looking with at the library with my daughter. The kids were doing their things, and I was reading the Toronto Business Report, looking at all the commodities, how it used to be like 20 years ago, and they still have that. I haven't picked up a newspaper in 20 years. I could not believe that they still have that style. Okay, now look, we're coming down red. Big bearish body. So look, we trapped all the buyers up there. They're trapped. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but if you were buying and you got trapped right now you got a breakdown of why you got trapped. Okay, the market is looking to take your liquidity. They're not looking to be your friend and hold your hand in the markets. They're looking to trap buyers and they're looking to trap sellers. So let's see if this candle will physically close below this green box, or will it just come down here, pick up a wick, and drive right back up and frustrate everyone again? Okay, so let's, again, what do we see now? Now did the M pattern start to develop? Okay, one top. I consider this to be like the neckline. There's our second top, the clue. That big green candle, what time? Like going into 12, the hourly, and then now it's coming down red. So this is an actual double top coming down. Now we're approaching the neckline. Will that volume close below where we need it to close? Will it pull back, retest this, we can make it red, and then we get the drop? Okay, possible direction. Or will it be just another fake out? The way how the market is just trading really tight, consolidated, will it come back up and start trade green back in here again? Okay, so this candle is going to close in 90 seconds. Let's wait it out. Hurst, I believe you. I think it was for me too. Trading is your burning passion, but also your calling. I believe so. Guys, I believe I was born to trade. I don't know. My parents used to tell me from a very young age. I used to stare at just numbers on the TV, like right now, like right there on that TV, just looking at the, I love math. I love numbers. So trading is all, if you love math and you love numbers, it kind of goes hand in hand. If you guys use the Fibonacci tool, that's all mathematics, guys. Okay? The Fibonacci tool wasn't just created by guessing zones. It's all math. It's permutations. It's very simple mathematics. It's grade 2 mathematics. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 and 2 is 5, 5 and 3 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13, 13 and 8 is 21, 21 and 13, 34. I can keep going into infinite. And then when you divide those numbers, 34 divided by the fib number, by the number like 13 divided by 8, you're going to start to get the Fibonacci sequences. You're going to get the 236, you'll get the 618s, you'll get the all of those numbers, guys. Okay, so, and the Fibonacci tool, if you're a beginner, is a fantastic tool to learn and use. It will figure out your zones for you. It's just, I've used that tool, I've learned, and now I can kind of visualize in a candle, where's the high and low, where's 50%, above it 618, below is a 382. I kind of just visually, because I don't want to be pulling out my fib on every single candle or scalping, so I kind of just learn this over time. Okay, see that impulse break, red, 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 red. If you sold down near the low, you got caught. And then look at what they do to you. They bring you back up, and then the next candle opens bullish again. Do you guys understand like the frustration trading this zone right now? Pratama, you loved your math teacher. She was a hottie. Fantastic. I'm not a hottie over here, so Dave is our eye candy. Soon we'll be getting Dave back on YouTube, and we'll have our hot educator for you guys. We'll bring our eye candy. We save our eye candy for our members. We'll bring Dave on here. Okay, but guys, let's get focused now. Let's not think of Dave right now and his beauty and his good looks. Let's now look at how they faked out the sellers down there. Okay, now we're coming right back up. Maybe this is going to be a bullish breakout. Maybe they're squeezing the short sellers down here. Okay, remember, the market can break out bullish, it can break down bearish. It's just who is gathering more liquidity. Okay, remember this? Option 1, it can trade inside this zone for next 2 hours. Maybe it doesn't even break out of here. Or if they gather enough liquidity from down here, maybe we do get that bullish breakout, and then it squeezes these sellers, squeezes all these sellers. Okay, we could get that. What happens if maybe it squeezes the buyers who keep buying? It comes back, close below there, then we get our drop. Those are the 3 directions of gold. If you guys can tell me a 4th direction, let me know. But that's the 3 directions. Yes, obviously there could be fake outs. Okay, we got to also watch for fake outs. But you can see we're coming right back up green. I was looking for a red candle to close below that neckline. Didn't close. If you have to wait for the physical candle to close, tell yourself, today I'm waiting for every single candle to close. And then journal your entries, journal and review. You might have the best trading day of your life by just waiting for candles to close because you're not taking any impulse trades. So that's right there. If you want to kind of fix your trading, if you're getting caught on impulse and you're guessing, tell yourself, I'm waiting for a physical body to close. Yes, you might miss out on a trade, but if we took that sell right there, we would have been caught. We're in drawdown, probably stop loss. If we bought up there before that candle closed, we probably would have hit a stop loss, and we probably would have had two losing trades right now if we just went on impulse. If we bought up there and we sold down there. See what the market will do. Think like a market maker. What is their psychology? Their psychology is not to let us make all money, okay? We just make money as a byproduct with the markets. But they're gathering liquidity. They're a business. They're not in the business to just, they're in the business to gather liquidity, okay? The more liquidity they have, either buy side or sell side, that's where the market will tend to move to. Okay, so let's watch again now. Now, what time is it? 12:28. We're getting a new 30-minute candle. So maybe this last 30 minutes or first 30 minutes of 12 o'clock, they came down to grab sell side liquidity and maybe moving back up to buy side. Okay, so look at your 30-minute candle. Look at the 30s. It came down, red, 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 red. Came down there, grabbed that wick, and now we might be closing with our first 30-minute candle closure above here since 10 a.m. Okay, it's 12:30. That's been 2.5 hours. We haven't closed with any solid gold buying volume above here. Maybe we'll get it on coming up in the next 30 minutes. Okay, so we're coming right back up bullish again. Again, it came right back up here, rejected it back down. How much of this volume will close? Next 40 seconds. The last 30 seconds kind of dictates momentum of where this is gonna lead to on the next candle. But manipulation will tell us otherwise. If it closes right near the high, we expect 99.9% of the time to start off with an ignited candle and drive. That's just momentum. But the market will maybe say, nope, we're opening it with a bearish engulfing candle. Why? Because we can, because we're the market maker, we're the market manipulator, and they can do whatever they want. So if that's what they decide, then it come down red, 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 red. We're into 50% of the body. I'm already in my head visualizing the move before it happens. That's what I need you guys to do. I need you guys to visually know the next candle. Like think, okay, right there. It closed above. What's your next? What do you do next? Go red to green. Go through these motions. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, did it break down? No, it's still holding green. Look at now the size of the wick on the previous candle. Is it a huge wick? Is it a shorter wick? Okay, so it could possibly break the wick and drive. Like there's not too much resistance behind us. So it's still holding. Maybe now it might consolidate really, really tight in this area. Okay, I'm just bringing the consolidated zone right into here. Okay, and then if it gets rejected, like could be possible move coming right back down here. So let's see, it's still holding. Now it could be developing in here. This is a new 30-minute candle. This is 12:30 right now. And look at the traffic. Like we don't have too much traffic behind us. This could easily break out, guys. Look, and fill the entire red zone. Why? Because look, there's just that red body right there. That could be an additional 20 to 25 pip move to come, and then maybe 50% right up to there, to the next previous body, that red body. Okay, I'm already looking for my distance. Okay, right up there I draw a red line. Okay, so do you guys need this on the chart here? So option one, if it breaks out, maybe we drive where? To the kind of the top of the red box to the yellow line, 20 pips. Okay, right up there, just fill that range. If we get extension, we might get 40 pips. But then we look for a 5-minute candle to maybe close above that yellow line and continue driving. But let's see, has it broken out? Will it do an impulse break, pull back, then get that? Because right now it's trading at this 2400. This area has been the big area here, okay? This entire session with us. Okay, so let's not just assume that's going to break out bullish. They could reject it and bring it right back down. Now I'm going to ask again, is anyone selling? Is anyone in buys? Is anyone still in their trades? Did anyone get stopped out? Still selling? Oh, Dow. Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't get to do the Nasdaq right now. Subi, yeah, 5-minute chart right now, 5-minute. We did a top down from daily, hourly to the 5 minutes, okay? So you see it opened strong. We came up, but it has not broke a new, that wick right there. That would continue the uptrend. But technically speaking, it's a lower high, equal high to this wick, and a lower high to that wick. So we still have this selling pressure from 930, Wall Street. That's Wall Street selling pressure. Okay, so this is Wall Street right here at this level. See, if I lower the red zone to kind of right there, you can see that this is still that Wall Street volume. Exactly 9:30 a.m. and the next 5-minute candle at 9:35. Trade Wars. The trade helped pass phase 1 using oil security. Nice, yeah. Yeah, Discord channel running 65 pips. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, guys, join that free Telegram group. What I was just talking about. We put free signals out there. Okay, so you see the big transaction now. Okay, so there's a big transaction. Now this is your impulse breakout. Okay, all that pent up demand is now impulsively breaking out of this resistance. Now, where will it close? How will it close? Okay, if you're in the buy, you get rewarded. If you took the impulse, it could get a wick and come right back down. Okay, so we have 53 seconds. So if you're not in a trade, do you want to buy the high of a breakout impulse candle, or should we wait till it closes? What is the most logical decision? Okay, let's just talk logically here. Let's wait, Patrick. It's not that complicated, unless you feel like you want to buy the high of an impulse candle, but then you could get rejected and then assume maybe the next candle comes down red for a retest. Why don't we look to buy a discount instead of buying at the high? Okay, so I just go through, if I'm not in a trade, go through the what I need to do. This area, I'm going to make red to green. Okay, and then I'll get rid of this one below so I don't have too many, and then I just extend it down to here. I give now the majority of the volume. If it does come down red, 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 I look to pick up this area. This area that used to be resistance, resistance, resistance will turn maybe into support. 2400 will be the new supporting level. So It opened, doji candle. Yes, look, there's no wick. This could continue to drive right up to that yellow line. If you're in buys, we measured that. But if you're not in, then you might have to wait for maybe a pullback to come into the green box, then drive up, okay? Unless you're buying this candle currently right now. But you see how this started right now at 12:30. That new half-hour candle, stronger momentum. The previous 30-minute candle was kind of, they took the liquidity down low and then we started to come right back up. So you see how we just tapped right into the yellow line exactly. So that is a zone to zone. Remember the first zone we had that we measured? That could be a target right there. That's a target, guys. Okay, so I don't know if you bought that impulse candle or if you were in the trade, but that is a target. When I'm scalping from there to there, that's it. That's where I told you guys I make a decision. Whether I go to a break even, whether I close the entire trade, if I have time, maybe close out 50, 60, 70, 80%, maybe move a trailing stop loss to the bottom of this body if you like. But there's your bullish breakout, and there's, you can see where all the heat is in the market now coming in. But that's a bullish breakout. Did I take this trade? No, I didn't. I want it like yeah, I got to start getting a little bit more aggressive on here because I tend to explain things. But yeah, I should have bought this candle, this one. I didn't, but do I want to now buy the high again? If I haven't bought the, well, that was an impulse breakout, so we clearly said we're not taking impulse trades. I could have potentially bought that candle, but then again, what would I have done with that candle if I was in? Okay, so what would I have done? Would I have cashed out up there? If I didn't now, so I don't play the woulda, shoulda, coulda game. Now it got rejected, now it's coming back down. I could maybe get my entry where I'm patiently waiting down here. Thuzma, you entered on the 1 minute and took to 10, but yeah, guys, that's another thing, okay? So I didn't mention that. You can look on the 1 minutes too. There was the first 1 minute candle close. The next 1 minute candle at 12:34, red, traded into about 50% and came up. Could have bought maybe one of these 1 minute candles and got your 10, 15 pips. Pull back, still holding. If you want to trade 1 minute candles, 1 minute candle. See the 5 minute candles, how they look? And then look at some days how nice the 1 minute candles are moving. Really nice. So just pick. But right now, okay, so we have a red candle come all the way down. So it's retesting the breakout area. So this is another thing, guys. If you miss a breakout, don't worry. Look at now, the market is allowing you an opportunity to get back in right now. And to the buyers, okay? If you didn't do anything at that yellow line, you see what I mean? It can come all the way back down and come right where you entered. And then you just gave up 25 pips or more, depending where you were in. Unless you're willing to hold and sustain the trade, okay? And then you see RSI, okay, we still held above that 50, so the strength got strong at 12:30, and then had that nice little break. But now look how high we came into. Okay, remember this was 935. So what I draw now is a red box up there. I see the wicks above the yellow line right there. The body, red. I see where we just traded into, so I'm red. That's my next zone. And it's still holding supply from 935. Now look at it. It came it's a big shooting star candle coming to retest our area. It's closing in 1 minute. Let's see. Maybe we can buy the next candle now on a discount. So you know when I said I didn't want to buy the high, now I can buy on a discount. If I bought up here or here, I'm in drawdown. Now, if you want to buy on discount, you just saved yourself some drawdown. But look, it's a big bearish engulfing candle coming right back down. What happens if that was just a fake out? They fake them out and then comes back down. I could be looking for a sell from here to come back down to the green box. Measure it so I know. If that's what I'm looking for, down to there, it's about a 20 pip drop into the green box. And then with more momentum, maybe continue to break down. Maybe that's the liquidity hunt that they grabbed. Here's the close. Watch, guys. And then now assume 50% of the red candle. It's right there, the top of the box. Sorry, guys, but this is scalping. I know it might be confusing to a lot of people, but okay. So we open green. Will it get rejected right there? Half of it, right there, half. Will it get a wick and come back down? If not, this will maybe possibly continue to buy and be strong. But let's see what type of reaction we get here. Okay, so let's look for guys. I'm right on my XAU USD 1 pip spread. So if I'm right on my ready to either buy or sell. So I might react fast. So get ready. Okay, came up exactly 50%, that area, the white line. That was our hourly point of interest. If you can see it, got rejected, coming down. So it could possibly break this green box and come down. Okay, and then again too. Will it come into 50% of the green candle right there? So sometimes I like to measure things like right down there. But here's the drop, guys, okay? Okay, you can see Bookmap ahead of time. Bookmap reacts faster than TradingView, okay? Looks like a sell, right? So they faked out the market with this move. Clues. Look for clues in the market. Okay, and we're right back. Also, if you haven't taken a trade, no worries. But look at where we're still right in. We're right back in that shitty zone. Okay, so yeah, there was a little bit of a breakout, bullish break, but we're right back trading right into that same garbage zone. So the green box, now make it red. We might be getting ourselves ready for like a double top, because I know that they can still play games in here. I know that, okay? I've been trading just like you guys for some time, and we know that they can just come down here, go back up, and start looking for that move. But look at it, continuous trap buyers. Did you see how they trapped those buyers? How it came down, went back up, and they trapped them, and now they're continuing to maybe trap the buyers and bring it down and down and down. And this will continue to sell off. That's why trading in a range like this, if you had that buys, it was a beautiful buys if you're holding, but you got to do something at these levels. If you don't, then things can pull back on you. David, you've built a plan based on our 50% pullbacks. Perfect. You can do really well with 50% pullbacks. Believe me, that's technically how I trade. Keep trading simple, guys. Keep it simple. Stop overcomplicating trading. Just take your time. Understand that some days can trade like this. Like, to me, this is okay. It had a nice move for a buy, but this is not fantastic. This is not like great trading in here. Even though that I haven't taken a trade, I feel like I haven't missed out on anything, because I look at it and it would have had to be a quick pip and dip. Otherwise, you're holding in drawdown, or you're getting a break even. So you have to have the proper mindset. If you're trading in here and you've hit a buy, you had to have done something up there. If you hit a sell, you had to have done something down there at that green box. I don't want to be that guy that told you, like, you should know this. This is how the market is trading right now. It's not really trending in any direction. It's trading. Yeah, we can trade it, but this is where you have to use your scalping skills. Okay, so just looking back to Wall Street, just doing analysis. This is where they kind of hit the high of the day, 9:30 open, and then the big red candle come down. So we kind of rotated all day right back into this zone. They tapped right into that, remember, yellow line, that daily point of interest, and it came right back down, all the way back down to our green box. So it was a nice counter sell, but now it's coming right back up. So are the buyers going to continue to maybe close it above? Let me just get rid of this so it doesn't confuse you. Am I a full-time trader? Yeah, I'm pretty much trading with you guys every day for the last 5 years. That's what I consider. I like to be a part-time trader, okay? Let me put it that way. Full-time means like how many hours are you putting in the market? I like to tend to trade for 1 hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours a day, scalp my daily goal, and get out of the markets. I like to do other things, guys. It's not just stay on charts all day. I like to go to my rental properties, fix things. I like to invest in other businesses. I like to go to school with my kids and volunteer. I like to go see what my wife is doing and things like that. I don't want to sit on these for 8, 10 hours a day. I hate that term, full time, full time. Yeah, I put full time, but I trade for 90 minutes a day. If you consider that full time, full time. Hours doesn't mean anything. Um, and I don't care if you just want to trade to make income. I believe in multiple streams of income. Whether I believe in working while you're trading, it teaches you discipline. I believe in diversifying your portfolio as a trader. Invest and do other things, not just trade, trade, trade. That's up to you if you want to do that. I have other things I do. I don't want to be sitting on charts all day. I'll get sick and tired of this. Drive me crazy. I like to just get in, get that daily goal, and get out. That's what I didn't know back in the day. I would do what you guys were saying, trade full time, 10 hours, 12 hours, and waste an entire day and come out with either break even because I got greedy, either revenge trade and then have a huge shitty daily loss, or just I don't want to go through that anymore, guys. I'm very disciplined now. I've been humbled by these markets. Probably you guys have been humbled yourselves, but who cares whether a trader is full-time, part-time, if you're a student, if you're working, if you're grinding, if you're hustling while you're trading, if it's your side income, if it's who gives a shit about that? Guys, I don't care about those things. I know you guys put a lot of clout on someone who trades all day and he's a full-time trader. I don't give a shit about those things. I don't. I respect more traders that carry a family. They work a full-time job because that full-time job you get a pension. You don't get these things. Traders don't talk about these things. You don't get a pension as a trader. You don't get benefits as a trader. You don't get paid vacation as a trader. You don't get dental health care for your children as a trader. So if you got to work a job, full-time job, you can trade on the side. The markets are 24 hours a day. It's just how much of a hustler are you? Do you want to get into the markets and then right after this then you got to go to work? Some people do it and they do it really well. Sometimes that's what keeps traders disciplined, is doing other things, because then they're just sitting in these markets all day and doing all types of silly mistakes and taking impulse candles and losing. Hit your daily goal and go on with your day, whatever it be. Whether you work, you go fishing, you go hunting, you got a construction business you're doing, or you got a bakery. I don't care what it is. Who cares? I hate that, guys. Sorry. I just hate that when people say that. I have more respect for traders that trade and do other things. But yeah, if you want to be a full-time trader and just have income from trading, you got to be consistent. Don't think because you did good just in 1 week, that's it. It's time to quit jobs, quit school, and become a trader. See if you can do this for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Backtest yourself. Bet on yourself. Backtest yourself. Okay, can you do this over time? And then you see, if you had 1 good week or 1 good month, you can flush that away with 1 day trading. So continue to test yourself. Can you do this? Prove it to yourself. Look at guys, came back up, rejected. Okay, so we're right back in this consolidated area. If this starts to develop, we could be getting maybe a sell-off down here. Maybe it will continue building and we'll look for some buys up here. Okay. Again, when the volume is right back inside this box, I stay on the sidelines. Sam, perfect. You're a web developer by day and a trader by night. That's perfect, guy. That's amazing. That's what you want. So try as much as you can, Sam, to trade in those allocated hours, hit your daily goal and get out and go do your web development. Why would you not want multiple sources of income? With today's, look at how much it costs to go grocery shopping. Right before this, I went to No Frills. It's a local grocery store. I came out with 3 bags. 3 bags were $160. I don't even know what I bought. I went in there, bought a couple things, and I walked out with 3 bags, and I feel like I didn't buy anything. It was $160. I just told you guys about the gas prices over here. They went up 20 cents a liter overnight for all this carbon bullshit tax. So if your trading can't sustain that, I'm sorry guys, you gotta you got to work. I know it's everyone wants to be a trader and live on an island and have a good time and show pictures of that. And guys, the real life of a trader is a grind. It's a hustle. I'll be the first to tell you that. You guys probably know. Like, you know, those traders that are showing pictures of them on islands. I can do that. I can go on a trip right now to Jamaica and post a picture. Hey guys, I'm on the island. It's not. I'm grinding every single day here in this basement with you guys. Whether it's with you or it's without you guys, this is this is where it's got to happen, guys. This is the, you know, you want a day in a life of a trader. This is day in a life. This is the true shit. Can't get any more real than this. I do all sessions. I used to do all London. When my kids were younger, they were sleeping at that time. I was forced to trade Londons. Not the greatest for me. I don't want to get up at 2, 3 in the morning, but that's what I had to do. Sometimes my favorite session is New York. I tend to trade that kind of personally. That session, for the most part, that's where I tend to really be focused. But post New York, this power hours, Tokyo sessions are great sessions. I used to do those while I was in university. Having classes from like 9 to 5, come home, trade, Tokyo, part-time job, all that shit, guys. You guys know it. But if you guys have the dream to just be a trader, and yeah, that can happen, guys. That there's a lot of people that do that. You're financially free, but it takes a lot of hard work. That's a goal to drive for. But don't think, guys, just starting out that's going to be you. I hate those false perceptions. That's what I always thought when I started trading. I thought I was going to get rich quick. I thought I was going to drive Lamborghinis at 20 years old, and all I did was lose money. Okay, big green candle coming right back up. Now, but nothing, no, look at no red volume in this consolidated box, coming right back up. Flip red to green. I know it sucks, guys. I know it sucks. Why hasn't Ron taken a trade yet? What is Ron doing? Why hasn't he taken a trade? I get that, but I'm just feeling out the market. I'm just getting to see how it could be. I'm looking for development for maybe going into Tokyo, trying to maybe figure out a move, what they're doing. They're still holding Wall Street's high down. Okay, so make note of this. Make note of that. That's Wall Street's high, 930. They brought it down. We just reached. If you do a Fibonacci, I don't even know if my fib is set up here because my kids always play with this. But if you just want to do a fib from Wall Street's high to where? To our low right here. Okay, you see our 618? That's where it just came down to, right there. At 1145, red. Look, it just tapped into the 618, exactly. 2,378, and now we're continuing to maybe drive back up. So if you use a fib tool and want to know your directions, you can use that as well. Okay, but we have another big bullish candle closing in 1 minute. Okay, so what do you guys think? Are we still bullish, or do you guys think maybe this is going to turn bearish? So now, like, I clean up, I tidy my charts. See this big green box below me? I'm getting rid of it because now I can see the trend that they're forming. Like, I don't need that green box. I can see the trend that they're kind of still pushing up here. Sorry, I'll change it to white so you can see. Hey, you see this trend line? I know it's just a trend showing, still pushing up. Maybe they're going to pull the rug later on this afternoon. Maybe they're going to continue driving and then they drop it. Okay, that could happen. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe just gold continues to drive. So guys, I apologize. We were going to do NASDAQ, and because of Netflix earnings at 4 o'clock, but we got stuck on this gold chart. Are you guys okay with that? Like, some days it's going to be like this. It's good learning experience. I want you guys to know that every single day is not just going to be bullish candles and pull back 50%, continue driving, or it's going to be just a buy easy day. Some days are going to be tough like this. Do you guys find that? Let me ask you guys. Do you guys, and then I'll tell you my honest opinion. Do you guys feel that this volume, from when we started this call, we started right over here, 11 a.m. Okay, 11. This is where we started, inside here. Do you find that this volume was difficult? Do you find it fairly easy? What do you guys? You guys tell me. Okay, so we're still driving up. So again, I kind of have my zones, and then I kind of wait for a time of date. We're getting close to 1 o'clock, 5 minutes away. If I'm not in a trade, I'm just continuing to do play by play. What are they doing? What are they doing? So yes, it did look like it was going to break down there. It didn't. It came right back up really strong. Then it looked like it was going to break down bearish right there. It didn't. It came back up strong again. So, it's still creating higher highs and higher lows. So you guys are absolutely correct that are saying still bias perspective for bullishness. Yeah, you guys are correct. The bears, you can see there's short pullbacks, short pullbacks, short pullbacks, short pullbacks, but it keeps buying into the depth of market and it continues to drive. So in this situation, just looking at it, if you did do any selling, you had to have been in and out, counter trading. If you're in buys, yeah, you could continue to hold positions, but you got to know that those big red candles could have liquidated you down. But no real red volume has closed below any critical levels. It came down, but it was fake outs down there. Can I be honest with you guys? I learned a lot as a trader trading sessions like today, like this afternoon. I don't know how to explain it, but I learned, because this is where I would make all of my mistakes. On a day like today, I would be selling the low and then it would come up, get stopped out. I would be buying the high and then it would do this and then I get stopped out. And then again, I'd get pissed off and do something. And then before I know it, I've lost my daily drawdown for the day. And when I look back and I review, I'm like, what was I trading? I didn't even need to trade this garbage. Tomorrow might be an absolutely amazing day of volume, but today I had to show a little bit more discipline, maybe not trade this. So even you learn a lot on days like this. You learn about your character. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn about your discipline. Yes, if you do get into a couple trades and you benefit from this, then fantastic. Then you know that you can trade in a tough situation like this, so you know that you're built for this type of trading. And then when you get those, I'm not going to say easy days, but easier volume to figure out the direction, then you can really capitalize on that volume. Then that might be a day when you know what is a tough day. You've now figured this out. That's where you got to reduce your risk on a day like today, on a session like today, on an afternoon like today. Reduce your risk today. And then tomorrow, if the market is just like, you guys know good volume from bad volume. You guys should know this by now if you've been trading in the markets for some time. Okay, and then that might be a day where you capitalize on that day, and maybe that's a day, maybe you allocate maybe a little bit more risk to a day like when it's trading really well. But if you've navigated yourself through this type of volume and you're doing well, then I applaud you. That's very difficult for some traders to constrain themselves in something like this. It's not easy. It's not easy. A lot of mistakes are made in here. A lot of mistakes. And I'm telling from experience. I've made a lot and I still make mistakes in these areas. But one way to eliminate that is just wait for candles to close. We waited for all these candles to close and didn't really give us what we were looking for. They were just breakout moves. This was a good pullback buy, but I didn't take it. I didn't take it. So I can't say I could have, I would have. I didn't take it, so I don't even look at that now. Now I look at the next thing. It's coming right back up here. Will it close? Will it drive? Now look, it's almost 1 o'clock. What are they doing? Are they going to do like a double top at the high of the day up here? What are they constructing? What is the market creating here? What is it doing? Like, there's now, I can see the Wall Street high, okay, this bigger neckline like right here, and then now it's coming back up. Will it stop in here? 50% of that red candle like right there. Will it come up to the actual physical double top? Will it break out higher? Will it get rejected somewhere here and then come down? Now look at the bigger. Now the green box, that's my short position right there. That's where I short it back down to there. So here I can place a signal in the green box. If I get a red bar close and it does something like what I'm projecting, okay, this is my bias here for maybe like if it gets rejected up there, then it comes all the way down. This is the neckline, the big neckline. If it closes below there, retest it, that's the drop down to the next green box. Okay, so I'm visually getting ready for the next few trades if there's going to be some this afternoon. Now it's 1 o'clock. Okay, so 1 o'clock is an hourly candle. It's also a critical 4-hour candle on most securities. So always check your 4-hour candle. Look, I just flipped to the 4-hour and it just opened a new 4-hour candle. Look, there's 3 hours and 59 seconds left. So this is a new 4-hour candle that just opened. So this is a really, really critical time frame in gold at 1 p.m. Also in 30 minutes, COMEX market closes. So if you're going to continue trade, just know one of your bigger volume exchanges is going to close in 30 minutes. Yeah, Miguel, I can see that. Touch at 2400 and then a little bit of a drop. Yeah, absolutely. Good for you, Tony. It's not easy. You've been in it for 3.3 years and always by the highs and ripped, and now it's getting a lot better. It takes time. It takes time, guys. Some people are fast learners. They can learn faster than others. They might pick this up in a year, in 6 months. Some guys can pick it up in a month. They're just naturally gifted and they can pick these things up. But most traders that I talk to and Dave talks to takes years and years and years. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. We've all been there. I've been there. I know how it is. But I respect a lot of the guys that are still sticking to it. And maybe, like you said, you guys know that your calling is trading. I know that my calling is trading. There's nothing more I would want to do than trade. I love it. When you have a passion for something, then you're going to be destined for success. In anything. If you're passionate about anything in life, I'm sure you'll succeed at it because you're passionate. Whether you're having good days or bad days, you're passionate about it. It's constantly learning, guys. Don't give up. Why do I love trading? I just love to be able to do what I want to do any day of the week. Do you guys know what I mean by that? I can choose my own hours. I can trade from home. I can be home with my family. I can do whatever I want. I love trading because also if you travel the world, you can take your laptop with you. You can take your phone with you. You can trade anywhere around the world. Freedom. I love learning new things. That's another thing. Not just, okay, forget about financials. Yeah, that's why we trade, is to make some money. But I love learning, and I love learning what I'm interested in. I've always been interested since I was a little kid in the markets. I went to university for economics and finance. I worked in banks. So I'm fascinated about this stuff. And I just love to learn more and more. If you're engaged in the financial markets daily, it might help you in your daily life. You might know a little bit more about a mortgage. You might know a little bit more about interest rates. You might know a little bit more about inflation. You might know a little bit more about if a recession happens. These things all are tied together with trading or investing. I love making my money work for me as opposed to me working for money. So when I make money in the markets, I like to invest it in other long-term investments, in maybe option trading. So I don't just trade Forex. Forex is just one revenue stream. There's other things that you can do. Crypto, I've been fascinated about crypto all my life, like starting in 2010 and 11 and 12 when it first in its infancy. Crypto is still a baby. We're having its halving on Saturday. Like if you guys have been part of crypto, you've probably been through the highs and the lows in that sector, and holy shit, it's really got the highs and lows. But I'm fascinated by what it can do. how it can change the world, how it can empower people in poor countries to be equal with the elite. There is those things. So and I'm just, guys, I figured it out. Okay, I'm going to say this for real. I learned how to trade by myself. I used a little bit of knowledge back in the day from some traders, but like I was saying earlier, they never did any live trading. So I had no idea what was going through their psychology when they were trading. I had to figure this out on my own. And one thing I'm really passionate about is teaching you guys what I've learned. I'm not saying I'm an expert. I make mistakes. I'm not no guru. I don't claim to be that. I just am a person who has kind of learned over the time through experience how to do this. And I want to teach you guys how to do this. And Dave wants to teach you, and everyone at SST wants to teach you guys. We're not greedy. We don't want to claim that we don't need to show you guys this. We can just get all the pips ourselves. Why? We all eat together, we break bread together, everybody learns. I'm more passionate now in my life at 42 years old to teach other people and help you guys in your journey. And I just want to be part of that. That's all I want. And that's why I'm passionate about trading, because you can teach others. When you guys figure this out, you might be able to teach your friends. You might be able to teach your cousin. You might be starting to talk about conversation at work with your coworkers that have never talked about the stock markets. They might say, oh, I heard that the market is crashing, or I heard that the market is at all-time highs. But that's it. The conversation ends there. And then you can say, well, you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? And then they'll be like, holy shit, how did this guy know all this? How does this guy know about what's going on? Like, you can have, it gets more engaged conversations than just talking about stupid things. I like those type of conversations. If you guys are ever around my house, guys, come over. We'll have a good conversation. We'll smoke a joint together. We'll chill together. If you guys want to work out, I'm just getting ready, guys. So I've made my whole entire garage. The wife is going to kill me when she finds out. Into a gym, sauna. I'll show you guys some pictures. That's what I'm doing in my part time when I'm not trading. I'm up there cutting mats. I put the mirrors, painted the entire garage. I got the equipment coming in. It's going to be fun. If you guys ever want to come and work out and trade, you guys know where the spot is. When my wife opens the garage and she sees what's going on there, oh shit. Okay, guys, Ron's going to be in big trouble. She doesn't know about this. But that's the way how I roll. I continue to do things and then she just finds out about things. I'm not saying that that's a good thing to do, but it is what it is. That's another thing about trading. You can trade and then go work out. You don't have to travel anywhere. You can do it in your own house. But does that answer the question? Sorry. About like why I like trading, why I love trading, why I'm passionate about it. It started at a very early young age. I was 16. I took my first trade. And then I love the hustle. I love the grind. I love that you can literally come into these markets any time of the day on a 24-hour cycle and make money. Who doesn't like that? Okay, I'm whispering now because I don't want YouTube and all the other channels to hear and things like that, and get an X on here or a strike, and then YouTube shuts us down because we talk about making money to help empower people. That's not what they want. I enjoy that, guys. Who doesn't want that? But it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of long nights, sleepless nights. Takes a lot of sacrifice, guys. Believe me, it takes a lot of sacrifice. Takes a lot of financial losses. It's stressful, but once you figure it out, I'm just using. I don't know if Carlos is with us, but Carlos is like, I love the guy. We went through everything with Carlos. Carlos, if you're here, bro, I just want to say, man, amazing what you've accomplished. Guys, oh, Carlos, you're here. Okay. Carlos, unmute your mic, man. Can you? Is anyone there? I want to hear your beautiful voice before I leave. Oh, you can't right now. Okay, no worries. But guys, Carlos, he has struggled as a trader. We had a couple talks, And it was all about mindset. Carlos, for real, it was all just mindset. You knew your technicals, you knew everything. Just kind of helped you with your mindset. And now the man is funded with like, Carlos, what, like $1 million, and he cashed out. Carlos, what, 20,000 the other day, 900,000. Sorry, guys, Carlos B, 900. Absolutely amazing, guys. Continued success, okay? And Carlos, you know, it's still a grind. It's still tough, still an uphill battle, okay? Don't get overconfident. Continue just disciplined and do what you got to do. Amazing. Have I taken a trade? No, I haven't yet, guys. No. Some days, guys, it's good to talk. Holy shit. Some people just, "Hey, are you trading? Are you trading?" It makes me sick, guys. Honestly, I get turned off by that. Sometimes when we have good conversation that people are really interested in learning about psychology and mindset, everyone's just worried. Have you taken a trade? We have the rest of our lives to take trades together, okay? But some days, one of these calls, it's good to just get shit out and just talk. Have a conversation. Nobody wants to have a conversation anymore. Everyone's just, did you take a trade? 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 We'll get trades, guys. We will. We'll go down to the 1 minutes. I want to do some serious scalping sessions with you guys. 1 minute where maybe I'll set up a couple monitors in my garage, and there Ronnie can smoke, and then we'll put the hookah out there too. And then we'll go full sessions. I don't smoke in the house because I have children, but that's where maybe I'll put some monitors out there, and then we'll have real sessions. Oh, okay. Because it says live trading. I'm sorry. It says live trading and analysis or education. I'm sorry, guys. If it's in the description that says live trading, I'll change it. It'll just be live education or live mindset talk, whatever you guys want. I don't really care. But guys, I got to get out of here. I got to go get my kids out of school early. I got to take my son to the orthodontist and get his braces tightened right now. But guys, tomorrow is Friday. I will be back same time tomorrow, 11 a.m. We'll go to 1, 2 o'clock tomorrow. I just want to, guys, if you're going to continue trading, guys on Zoom, get in the Discord with everybody and have some fun in there. Gold is still breaking out, so it's since we started call, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, a new higher high, maybe a new higher low. Just play the trend until maybe it comes up to, like we say, this purple line. This is Wall Street's high. Maybe something will happen up there. Maybe just go like a little bit above and a little bit below that purple line. Make it like a red box. Assume that there might be some resistance up there. Look at on Bookmap right now. You can see all of the heat coming in. Look at the liquidity right here and here. A lot of offers. So maybe there might, look at the cumulative volume delta. We haven't talked about that in this entire call. It's at my negative 700. But the market is continuing to make these continued higher high moves. Maybe at some point, maybe let's think about this. Maybe in Tokyo, maybe later today, Tokyo session, maybe they will sell gold down back going into New York, and then it continues driving into the weekend because we don't know what's going to happen on the weekend. There might be missiles launched. There might be escalation in war, Iran and everywhere, Israel and the Middle East and Ukraine and Russia and Taiwan and China and all over the planet. There's tension everywhere that could develop over the weekend. How is the market going to set up gold on a Friday? Where are they going to move it next week? I like to look at those things. Just because maybe I didn't take a scalp today, that doesn't mean my mind is not thinking about the next bigger move. That's all. It's in preparation too, guys. Prepare yourself for what might happen. I'm looking down here, guys. I'll have alerts here below 23.85. If gold this afternoon drops below here, I might be looking to sell this move down in here. I just like to watch. Maybe it will gather all that liquidity. There's the big blocks. Cumulative volume delta is negative 800. Maybe they will redistribute that sell side volume and maybe start to sell off. We've got big rejections here at that point of interest, wick, and drop. Okay, guys, tomorrow, if we'll get more into trading. I don't know why today's call turned out like this, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. Okay, guys, so I appreciate all of you guys on YouTube. If you guys can join this free Telegram group, it's pinned at the top of the YouTube channel. Join us, guys. We'd love to have you on this team and trade with some elite traders in the group and learn with this team. I'm not saying because it's SST. I'm saying because the people that we have in here are really genuine. The members, the moderators, the admins, everybody in here. It's a good environment, guys. Let's keep it like this. Let's not bring toxic shit into these trading groups. I've been part of that, and I don't want that here. This is all, guys. We encourage each other. If you have a bad day, we're here to listen to you. We're here to help you. But also to you guys that are doing really well, we're here to congratulate, and we're here to be part of your awesome journey. So just continue doing what you guys are doing. Stay disciplined in these markets, guys. It's shaping up for a lot of fun things coming up in the next few years. Here's maybe the push down, Carlos. So all the liquidity was up there, guys. I unfortunately got to get off this call, but I'll be scalping on my mobile in the car. But if I get that closure below here, maybe a pullback, I might be looking for that gold push down. But if it continues to stay in this box and trade and grab liquidity and continue moving back up, I might be looking for those buys to take it back up. If I do continue to trade gold, maybe I'm going to watch NASDAQ and US30 going into the end of the day into power hour as well. Sorry guys, we didn't get to NASDAQ. Keep in mind, 4 o'clock is Netflix earnings. Can I share this chart, Ramon? Yeah, absolutely. It's a little messy right now, but I'll give you what's on it right now. Okay, guys, and then I got to get out of here. I got to go take my son to orthodontist. Okay, I will see you guys. Guys, thank you guys. Have a great day today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, thank you guys. Join us if you guys can, and join the team. Okay, have a good day, everyone. God bless. Thank you guys. It was a fun session. I had a lot of fun today. Sometimes good talks are good for the mind. Good to help everybody. Stay positive, guys. And always, guys, review your trades, win or losses. Keep up with your journaling, and always develop a trading plan when you guys are looking to get into these markets. Okay, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and let's close this week strong tomorrow. Okay. Have a good day. Thanks, everyone.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to the live session of Stocks Sniper Trading. My name is Dave, guys. My partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.